Hello students. Now we are going to discuss some important topics in third lesson, magnetism and magnetic effects of electric current. First one is about moving coil galvanometer. It is a device which is used to indicate the flow of current in the circuit. What is the principle behind the function of moving coil galvanometer? When a current carrying loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it will experience a turning effect which is known as a torque. Next, about construction. It consists of a rectangular coil P, Q or S of insulated thin copper wire. A cylindrical soft iron core is placed symmetrically inside the coil. This rectangular coil is suspended freely between the two pole pieces of horseshoe magnet by means of phosphor bronze wire. Lower end of the coil is connected to a hairspring which is also made up of a phosphor bronze. A small plane mirror is attached to the suspension wire to measure the deflection of the coil with the help of the lamp and scale arrangement. In order to pass the electric current through the galvanometer, the suspension strip W and the spring S are connected to the terminals. Next we are going to see about working. Let us imagine a single turn of rectangular coil PQ or S of length small l and breadth B such that PQ is equal to RS is equal to small l, which indicates the length of the loop, and QR is equal to SP is equal to B, which indicates the breadth of the loop. Let I be the electric current flowing through the rectangular coil. The horseshoe type magnet has hemispherical magnetic poles which produces a radial magnetic field. Due to this radial magnetic field, the sides QR and SP are always parallel to the magnetic field B and experience no force. But the sides PQ and RS are always perpendicular to the magnetic field B, so that it will experience a force, and due to this the torque is produced. For a single turn, the torque experienced by the deflecting couple can be written as tau deflection is equal to F into B, which is equal to BIL into B. Here L into B indicates the area of the rectangular loop, so it is replaced by the letter capital A. Hence this equation becomes B into I into A. For the coil which has n number of turns, we can write the torque experienced by the coil as tau deflection is equal to N into BIA. This is equation number 1. Due to this deflecting torque, the coil gets twisted and the restoring torque is developed. The magnitude of restoring torque is proportional to the amount of twist, and it is written by restoring torque is equal to K into theta. This is equation number 2. Here K indicates the restoring couple per unit twist or torsional constant. Once again I repeat, K is known as the restoring couple per unit twist or simply as torsional constant. At equilibrium position, the torque experienced by the deflecting couple is equal to restoring torque, so that we can write tau deflection is equal to tau restoring. So this equation becomes NBIA is equal to K into theta. So I is equal to K by NBA into theta. Here K by NBA constant is replaced by the constant G. This G denotes the galvanometer constant or current reduction factor. Next one is conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. What is ammeter? Ammeter is an instrument which is used to measure the current flowing through the circuit. A galvanometer is converted into an ammeter by connecting a low resistance called shunt in parallel with the galvanometer. The scale is calibrated in amperes. Let us imagine RG be the galvanometer resistance and capital S be the shunt resistance, and IG be the current flowing through the galvanometer, and IS be the current flowing through the shunt resistance, and I be the current to be measured. Let us imagine the potential difference across the galvanometer is equal to the potential difference across shunt resistance. So that we can write V galvanometer is equal to V shunt, which is equal to IGRG is equal to IS into capital S. Here Is in the right hand side is replaced by I minus Ig, so that the equation becomes IGRG is equal to I minus Ig into capital S, where capital S is equal to Ig by I minus Ig into Rg. From equation 1 we can write IGRG is equal to S into I minus Ig into S. By bringing the Ig term in the left hand side, we can write Ig into S plus Rg is equal to S into I. From this equation, we can write the equation for current flowing through the galvanometer as Ig is equal to S by S plus Rg into I. This equation helps to determine the current flowing through the galvanometer. Let Ra be the resistance of the ammeter, then we can write the effective resistance of the ammeter as 1 by Ra is equal to 1 by Rg plus 1 by S. By simplifying this equation, we will get Ra as Rgs by Rg plus S. Here we can say that Rg is greater than S and S is greater than Ra. Thus, an ammeter is a low resistance instrument and is always connected in series to the circuit. An ideal ammeter must have zero resistance. Note it down, this is very important 1 mark. Next one is about conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. What is voltmeter? A voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the potential difference across any 2 points. A galvanometer is converted into voltmeter by connecting high resistance in series with the galvanometer. The scale is calibrated in volts. Let Rg be the resistance of the galvanometer, Rh be the resistance of the high resistance, Ig be the current flows through the galvanometer, and capital V be the potential difference to be measured. Since the galvanometer and the high resistance are connected in series, the total resistance of this circuit can be written as Rg plus Rh. Here, the current in the electrical circuit is same as the current passing through the galvanometer, such that Ig is equal to I. Here, I in the right hand side is replaced by V by Rg plus Rh, so that the equation becomes Ig is equal to V by Rg plus Rh, where Rg plus Rh is equal to what? V by Ig. Then Rh is equal to what? V by Ig minus Rg. Here Rv be the resistance of the voltmeter. Then Rv can be written as Rg plus Rh, since the resistance are connected in series. Hence we can say that Rv is greater than Rh is greater than Rg. Thus an voltmeter is a high resistance instrument and it always connected in parallel to the circuit element. An ideal ammeter has zero resistance. Thank you students. Leave your doubts in the comment box.